what's the point of revenge if your whole life is just about plotting revenge?
If that's true in real life.
Someone died?
Yeah.
Hi, Zesties. Thanks for tuning in to the Gleeful Talkshow, where we share zesty stories to cultivate the happiness and hero within and out. Today's episode is a very special episode about a review and social commentary on Netflix Korean drama entitled The Glory. So if you haven't watched it yet, you might want to check it out. And just note that there will be spoilers ahead. And also, I did an episode related to season 1. So please check that out on the podcast. And yes, Zesties, the reason why this is a very special episode is we are joined by not only one, but 2 guests who will grace us with their opinions and commentary about The Glory. So please welcome Monica and Ashley. Hi, Monica and Ash.
Hello.
Hello, I'm Ash.
Hi, this is Monica.
Thank you, Monica and Ash, for your time and welcome to the show. So let's start with Ash. What prompted you to watch The Glory?
It was highly recommended by someone, none other than Monica. So yeah, that's why I started watching.
All right. So for our Zesties listening to this podcast, Monica is actually Korean. Why did you recommend to Ash The Glory?
Because it's Song Hye-kyo's first Netflix series. So I was quite expected and I was waiting for a year to be released. And then, yeah, it was quite good drama, I think. Yeah. So I recommend it to the others. Yeah. And it's also one of the top 10 series in Netflix with a lot. So yeah, I think it was good. Yeah.
If you have friends in Korea, did they also watch it as well?
Yes, they all watched it. Yes. Yeah.
And Ash, before watching The Glory, have you watched any Korean drama before?
I'm a Korean drama fan. Yeah, I love it. Yep.
That's
It's a long list if I were to go on. So, no.
So you already knew Song Hye-kyo before?
From the Center of the Sun.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one, I can't remember the name. But anyway, yeah.
Full House?
Yeah, the other old school.
So I just revealed my age there.
Yes.
Yeah. What were her other drama before the Descendants of the Sun, if you can remember? Do you remember as well, Monica?
The Autumn Story. Have you guys heard of that?
That is way older than the Full House, no?
Yes.
What about like 25 years ago?
Yeah, I think that's where I discovered her as well. Autumn in My Heart was the title in the Philippines back then. For that show. Yeah.
We say Autumn Story. Yeah.
And there were like 4 seasons, right? The show was 4 seasons. Because there was like Autumn and then there was Winter Sonata. I don't know if you remember it. Yeah. And then there is also Spring something, which was Hyejin, one of the popular Korean actors as well. Hyejin something. The one who starred in Crash Landing on You.
Son Ye-jin, yes. Yeah.
Son Ye-jin, yeah. She was also part of that 4-season show before. I remember that one.
Yes, yeah.
My Korean watching history didn't go back then. It started from when I came here probably 10 years ago. Yeah.
So back when you were in Singapore, you didn't really watch that much Korean.
No. And one thing about watching other countries' series is I like it to be from the original, the voice. So obviously when it's being shown in Singapore, it's all translated into Chinese or Mandarin or English. So it kind of spoiled the whole story. So I lost interest in watching it at all.
Let's start with you, Monica. How did you feel about the first half or the first season?
I was very disappointed with the first part of Glory because I know Revenge hasn't been started and the bullying scenes made me a bit sick, to be honest. Yeah. But I know it's based on true story, but yeah, it was quite made me sick. But Yeah, the first part was not very interesting for me, honestly, but the second part was pretty good with the revenge started. Yeah. And I like his husband, Ha-do-young.
Ah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
That's why I
I
like
like
the
that
second
actor
part.
too. I mean, I only discovered him there, but I really like his character in The Glory, the husband. How about you, Ash?
Oh, basically, the first part I can conclude with 3 letters. WTF. PG. Yeah. So by the end of first season, I was like, oh, what is happening? Like, you're just keeping us in suspense. And obviously it make us look forward to watching the second season. And I have similar feelings with Monica as well. Like, bullying scenes. I can sit through the first episode because so much bullying and it looks so realistic. And crying of the poor girls make me a little nauseous to continue watching. So I basically, after the half of the first episode, I stopped watching because I thought the whole series is going to be like this. And, our dear friend Monica, she just says skip the first episode and proceed to the second episode. Yeah, which I did. And that's how I survived the first season.
I read that the creator of the show actually based that scene, the iron curling, from a real life bullying story. Yeah, same as me as well. Like, it was super hard and it's like a slow burn type of genre. I don't know if you're familiar with the slow burn genre, where it's like very slow. It's a very slow progression of the events, which I think was season 1, right? Like, it's just a little bit dragging. Would you agree?
Yes, I agree. Yeah. It was a bit dragging for first part. Yeah.
And what were you looking forward for in the second half? Assuming, let's say, you haven't watched the second season, what were you hoping for in the second season after you watched the first season?
I was looking for some revenge part for the part 2, but I'm pretty satisfied with the result and what they showed us. And I will really like the consequences of the drama.
How about you, Ash?
For me, well, second part, obviously, I'm looking forward to how she started plotting for the whole plotting event and how she managed to get her revenge, if any. But am I supposed to give some spoiler?
Spoilers ahead, so it's fine. What were you satisfied most in terms of the revenge, Ash?
Well, I believe in karma and retribution. So in some sense, they got their karma and retribution. So it was satisfying, well, obviously. And also, I think that's what the other viewers would want as well. So probably was written this way as well. So
which particular retribution for you, Monica, was finally executed? Like, which character's revenge was for you most satisfying?
Yanjin. Because everyone died, but Yanjin hasn't been died yet. She's in a prison. So I think she's gonna have it lessen much longer than others. Yeah, Yanjin in prison, I think she's gonna have a lot of hard time moving forward as a consequences and prices of the bullying.
How about you, Ash?
Well, for me, it's probably the revenge on the mom and also the revenge against Yeonji. Is that the main
the main villain.
Yeah. So, I mean, for me, I feel the worst betrayal comes from the mom rather than being bullied by the friends. So, in that sense, she was able to execute something against the mom, and also the other mom and daughter goes against each other, karma against them as well. So, yeah, it was quite satisfying for me in that sense.
Yeah, I agree.
It was quite interesting to see that the mom actually threw Yeonjin under the bus. It's not very typical of a mother. So it's quite interesting. What are your thoughts on that?
For me, is the worst betrayal. I mean, personally, I can withstand betrayal from friends or partners or whatever, but betrayal from family, your own blood-related people, I think it is the worst one.
And were there parts that you wished the series could have done better? How about you, Monica?
Maybe I can say the Choi Hyung's revenge can be
Who is that?
better. The Yeonjin's husband. So that Ha Do-young actually killed Jae-jun
Yeah.
So I think that part can be, it wasn't like simple revenge, I think. So because he actually suffered just with the eye pain and then he just gone to die at the end, but he didn't pay the price enough without like dying. So I think he actually made Do Young annoyed as well, cause the Yeonjin's daughter was actually Daejun's daughter. So I think, so that revenge part was not enough for me, I think.
Yeah, for me, actually, I mean, to me, like, I'm happy that there was revenge, but I still feel that even the Yeonjin's revenge wasn't enough. Like, I didn't want her to suffer. I want the suffering to be shown more on the TV. You know, like, we kind of like assume that she will suffer more because she will be in prison, blah, blah, blah. But comparing to what you've seen on the first season, where about the curling iron, compared to the, like, she just got crazy in prison, like, to me, it's still not enough.
Yeah.
Am I just too brutal?
Yeah. Cause, Song Hye-kyo has been suffering this for how many years? But Yeonjin's gonna just pay for another, like, 20, 30 years. So, yeah.
Ash, you had some thinking there, Ash?
Oh, I think for me, this, well, and again, I think I would just go back to like the livings again. They got their karma, but well, probably in a lighter way. But I think betrayal from a family is worst. It is the worst thing ever. So being betrayed by her mom in front of her. I remember one scene where she was walking out from the prison room or something and actually saw the mom. And she was shouting out for her mom and the mom just ignored her. I think it's like that as well, like not getting the acknowledgement from your mom. Yeah, on top of the betrayal. So probably you guys would probably want more physical pain on them instead.
I think me, because the season 1 was so hard to watch, and it's just, I feel like I want that bit of physical, like maybe like maybe some of her face will be like kind of like burnt, something like that. So, because it was so hard, the curling iron, it's so bad. And yeah. Speaking of mom, also another betrayal of mom is Dong-eun's mom, right? It was so annoying to watch as well, the mom.
Yes.
Who's the
I feel so annoyed with that lady too.
Dong-eun is Song Hye-kyo.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Oh, there you go.
So I'll just say main character and villain. So Monica, you have thoughts on it?
Yeah, her mother is just taking some advantages from Dong-eun consequently. And she never feels sorry, and then it's just not, what kind of mom is that? I actually have 2 kids. I never think my daughter in that way, like to take some of the advantages from my life. I can't imagine like that, but that lady was like awful mom I've ever seen. So yes, and I felt really sorry when Dong-eun was suffering some hard time from her mummy. So yeah, she just, I think it's a good story that she went to the hospital, end up with. So I think it's pretty fair enough for her to go to the hospital at the end.
Yeah, it looks like she has like mental issues or something.
Yeah.
The mom. Yeah. There were some, Ash, I think we've talked about this offline a few weeks ago, that you were talking about the shaman scene. And if about like any theories on that. Let's start with Monica. If you have theories on that, I've looked it up online and I can share it to you later. But let's go first with the Korean commentary about it. The shaman scene where the shaman died.
Oh, that lady with the dancing and praying at the same time? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm quite familiar with this type of things. My grandma used to travel to that shaman lady often when I was young. But I never heard that she could be died when she was like dancing and praying God. But there was this scary scene, I think. Yeah. But I couldn't believe that it's actually a true story. And I actually searched from Korean search engines to find some stories if that's true in real life. But that actually happens sometimes.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like a shaman died?
Yeah. When, I don't know, for some reason they get sick. And also when they pray, when they actually have some like sins from their God, when they praying, they actually have died herself or himself. Yeah. That's a bit spooky though. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, I looked it up online. What are the theories around that? Because I myself didn't really quite understood it. And so, yes, you're right. I think it's same theory as well online, Monica, that I was reading was that the shaman had like a lot of sins because she was impersonating the dead and taking advantage for her own personal gain. So that's why like the shaman god kind of punished her.
Yes.
And it's called the buljon. I don't know how to pronounce buljon. They talked about it like when she kind of like stiffened and then she died. Like the staff at the temple say it's buljon, something like that. I don't know how to say it in Korean.
Yeah, I think I can't remember that word, but that's kind of word explaining she died because of her sin. Yeah.
Yeah, which was quite interesting. That was a kind of like a very intriguing scene. And moving on to subplots in the glory, aside from the revenge of Dong-un or the main character. So what's interesting to me was the pedophile subplot, if you remember that one.
Huh?
Actually, you didn't remember? There was a guy at the school, the teacher was taking photo.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
That scene made me sick as well, because what kind of teacher is that? Yeah, so the teacher, the one with the short hair guy. Yeah. He was actually trying to taking photos of the young child, and then it was absolutely sexual harassment. And Jae-jun was really angry, and the teacher was very masculine. Yeah.
Yeah. And I liked how the series tackled that subplot, the pedophile, kind of like in the society. And then there was also kind of like retribution or punishment, right? So in the end, like Dong-un kind of helped have the punishment to that guy because that guy is a pedophile. So I really liked how the creator embedded that subplot on the show itself. What's interesting to me in The Glory is that it's not a typical Korean show, I'd feel, based on what I was watching, because they are showing like drug addiction here, like the Isara, the art. Yeah, they show the addiction and the scene where there was a snake scene. Ash, do you remember that scene?
Hallucination and power of the drugs, basically, yeah.
And Monica, do you see this a lot in Korean shows, or this is also like a one-off type of thing that you're seeing, this particular scene or topic being shown on TV?
Yeah, that's a good point. Actually, Isara was the famous pastor's daughter. So I think that was actually reflecting how the Korean churches, they trying to make money within religion. And also the drug addict, it's not normal story that we can see in Korean drama, because the Korean drama is normally for the rich guys' love story.
The chaebol, right?
Yeah, but this is completely a new sensation to me as well, because it's reflecting all the Korean society's bad things at the moment. So yeah, I think it was a good drama, well made.
Yeah. And then another one that I can remember deviating from the usual Korean drama style is the showing of skin. The Choi Hye-jong, the airplane stewardess. She took off, and I think it was CGI. What do you think?
I did saw on YouTube that she was saying that it's CGI.
Yeah. Because I feel like I don't think that the usual, actress would consent to having that type of scene, the real skin, right?
Oh, was it CG? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I had a feeling it was CGI, but it was well done, in fairness. Moving on, Ash, let's start with you. Who were your favorite characters? Aside from the main character, let's say.
Yeah, probably the doctor guy. Execute the revenge then. And he was supportive, but probably of his own agenda as well, because he was trying to get his own revenge as well. So probably he just thought of, probably if I want to help her out, she might help me out eventually. But the revenge was, well, executed perfectly with his help as well. Like, he was able to get some forensic evidence against the main evil person. So by then he was able to help execute some of the revenge against them as well.
How about you, Monica? Who's your favorite character?
I like Dr. Guy's mom, the hospital owner. Yeah. She was pretty cheering, and she was pretty cool mom, because she was allowing her son to do his own thing. And I think she's really good mom. I like the character. And then I think she trusts her son very much. And also she actually stood up for the Dr. Guy and Donghan as well. And in part 2, so I really like that lady.
She's also a famous actress. I think I've seen her in a lot of shows.
Yeah. I think she's quite famous one. Yeah. But Yeonjin was not that famous before.
But now she's famous, right? Because of this one.
She's famous, yeah. I think she's making money a lot too, because yesterday I was watching live Korean show, and she was there, and then I was changing my channel, so she was there too. So she's making a lot of money.
She's all over. I watched her YouTube. I think there was a YouTube show with her in it, like "What's in My Bag," something like that. So I watched that. Yeah. And well, speaking of Yeonjin, I think personally, she's the star of the show, I feel. Like, I know that Dong-un, the main character, is the main character, but without her villainess, like how she executed the villain, it wouldn't be as effective. It's like she's a good villain, I'd say.
Yes.
Yeah, very effective villain. Like, you really won't like her, and how she executed the smile. She has like a typical grin on the face where she tried to be a very villainous face. So yeah, I think she's a really, really good actress. I didn't know her before, but in this one, I think she's one of the stars of this show. Well, of course, Song Kye-kyo is real good.
Can I say something? Because I saw that news article yesterday, because my husband was asking. And then I realized that the guy and Yeonjin, they're actually dating each other. Yeah.
So I saw that article too. Yeah, in real life.
And they're actually in the same management company now. They actually signed a contract. But I was quite surprised. It was just...
yeah. Same. I saw that article, which is a nice surprise that they dating. And of all the cast on the show, which actor or actress do you think has like really showed like the best acting skills in this particular show?
That was Tara.
Oh yeah. The addict, right?
Yes, drug addict. And then it's sort of like a real, and with the face, with the dark circles, all that. I think that the dressing team and coordinator, they've done a really good job to make Sarah as a drug addict one. And also, I saw the personal interview from her, from YouTube, that she said that she can't really swear in real life, but she actually swears a lot in the drama, so I think. And she said that she watched a lot of villain movies to learn how to swear, to contribute some of the swear word in Glory. So I think she studied a lot. And then I think she went to some prisons to see how others with a drug addict to study. How they act. Yeah, so I think she studied a lot, and then I think she's done a really good job.
Yeah, agree. Yeah. How about you, Ash?
Go on. I quite like the daughter actually, and also the husband.
The daughter, like which daughter? Sorry,
the kid. Yeah, she was. Being such a young, she was able to show her emotional well. Like when she's happy, when she loves her mom, she loves her mom. But there was one scene whereby she was browsing on the iPad or some tablet, and she can't really differentiate the color, and then she threw it on the floor. threw it in the bathtub. I can't remember.
The tub, yeah.
Yeah. So that was quite surprising for me. I mean, being so young, she was able to bring her emotion well. And I quite like the husband as well, especially on the scene where he was meeting Song Hye Kyo. He saw all the scars on her, and you can see the shock, surprise face.
He's very handsome too. Yeah.
Yeah. I think his demeanor, the way he carries himself, right? And also as the character, you can really say that, oh, this character is like a rich person, how he carried his character. Yeah. And I also like the Son Myung-oh, the guy who died, with a lot of tattoo. Yeah, which I mentioned to you that he's also one of the stars of a Korean-Filipino film entitled Ultimate Oppa. So he's quite versatile, I'd say, because on that show, he was like very tough guy with a lot of tattoos. But on the movie that I watched recently, the one with the Filipino-Korean collaboration, he was the oppa there. So it was like so different.
Yeah. I watched that again. Did he actually speak Filipino?
I don't think so, but his character there is like, he's a Filipino, right? His character there. Yeah. But he spoke some Filipino words, but it's very obvious that he's not really speaking the language because of the accent. Yeah. So it was like, he was quite good as well. So this show, I feel, really highlighted each actor's acting skills. Their acting skills really flourished on this one. And what is your opinion on the love story or the executioner piece? Let's start with Monica.
The love story with the doctor guy and
Do you think it's necessary? Do you think it's good to have it or not? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, but they didn't really show us how they loved each other. Hey, I knew that they loved each other and helping each other about the revenge. But that love story was not enough to me. So, yeah. But I think it was necessary part to be connected each other.
How about you, Ash? What do you think?
Wasn't necessary. I don't think so, because I still feel probably that there was some just using each other agenda in there, because he kind of knew that that person lying in the fridge,
the morgue.
Yeah, is her friend. So he kind of know that, okay, probably she's up to something. So he quietly supported her, which I admire, but that slowly into love.
And if you were Dong-eun, Monica, how will you execute your revenge? Is it quite different from the series or same way? What are your thoughts? How will you execute the revenge?
I think Dong-eun is really clever, and then she prepared for revenge for long years. And she's really patient, and then she actually had a good relationship with other people, and that was perfect revenge. That if I was Dong-eun, I might be sue in a legal way. Otherwise, I won't do anything. Because I'm so scared of the rich people. They actually have a power and also have a money to protect themselves, to hide their sin by themselves. So, and also Yeonjae's mom was quite related to the police guy, who was not really a police one, but yeah. So if I was Dong-eun, I might just go overseas and hide myself or hide my past. Really patient person.
Yeah. She's very patient. I can't do it. Yeah. I can't do that long wait,
Yeah.
For me, well, she is really determined to get her revenge, but it's still scary of how she managed to stop everyone. So it's kind of creepy for me as well, but it was a revenge well plotted. And talking about that, she did approach Ajima, or the Ajima approached her. Remember that there was one maid who came up.
The sidekick?
Yeah.
The sidekick, you mean? Yeah.
Was taking her. Yeah. I quite like her character as well.
Yeah, I like her character too.
She's one of my favorites. Yeah. Well, she managed to approach the correct people in getting all the information that she required. And yeah, would I go that far for revenge? I don't think so. Keeping karma.
Too much effort, right?
Yeah, too much effort. And also, there was actually one scene where she was contemplating suicide. Remember?
Yeah.
And then the mom of the guy, was there to stop her.
No. Before when she was
before that?
When she was
yes, yeah.
she started committing suicide. But I think it was a determination to get revenge that stopped her from...
Kept her going.
Yeah, that kept her going. So, I mean, once the revenge was all carried out, she felt like there's no sense of living on anymore. And that's why she wanted to jump off as well. But, yeah, and so what's the point of revenge if your whole life is just about plotting revenge? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I guess that's your answer to my next question, which is, what is your revenge philosophy? How about you, Monica? So what is your revenge philosophy, if any?
I don't actually have a revenge philosophy at all because honestly, I'm a Christian. So if I've been like a victim or something, I believe that my God will revenge for me on my behalf. So I don't have any revenge philosophy.
All right.
For me, when I'm in the heat of anger, I'll probably curse and swear at them, let them burn or something. But once I calm down, it's just like, okay, probably they're just doing their job.
For me personally, because I was a victim of bullying, but not to the point of how the glory was. For me, my revenge philosophy is just to have the best life as I can, like enjoy life more. And that's the revenge. Because when I look at the people who bullied me, actually, they aren't in the best state of their lives, which kind of might have been the karma, you know?
Yeah.
So that's my revenge philosophy. And so we are now at the last few questions, or the last question of the episode. So let's start with Ash. What is your rating for the series out of 10 and why?
Probably 9 out of 10 is definitely not for kids. So if your kids are watching, switch it off immediately.
Yeah.
And don't take it too seriously. Just watch it without minded against it for it, actually. Because I think there's so much going on in the show and it really talks about social issues all around the world.
Yeah.
Bullying is not just happening in Korea. I think it just happens in every environment if possible. And people always take advantage of each other. Yeah. Don't watch the show, but just watch it lightheartedly.
And how about you, Monica? What is your rating for the series and why?
My rate will be 9 as well. And also, even though I was sick of some things with the bullying part and the Dong's mother's behavior, I really like the story because I don't know how to say in English, but we say in Korean, 권선징악. So, which means that if you do good things, you will be happy with the good consequences. But if you are bad with the evil mind, then it will be coming with the bad consequences. So I think that show, Glory, actually showed 권선징악 in Korean perfectly. So yeah, like the show, I can rate this one as 9 out of 10.
All right, that's awesome.
What's your rating?
Me, my rating. My rating, I think it would be, 8.5, let's say. Because it was so dragging for me at the first few. I really liked it, but it was quite a bit dragging on the first few episodes. And if Song Hye-kyo would not have been on the show, I wouldn't be much more motivated to watch the first 2 episodes. But overall, the show is really good. And yes, I agree with you, Ash, as well, that it needs to be watched with a lighthearted mind and not really think too much about it. Otherwise, you get really depressed watching it.
Yeah.
And of course, I agree with Monica as well in terms of like the karma and stuff about that philosophy on doing good to others, you will receive good things. So is there anything else you would like to share about the show of the Glory?
Watch it. Watch it. It's good.
I just watch it.
Yeah. I think it gives me a lesson to not to bully and just to prevent the social issues. So I think it was a good message to give other people to not to bullying each other in any moment.
Yeah. Think before you act. Like, probably I might have bullied someone before, which I'm not sure, but it depends how the other person take it as well, but not to a point of physical abuse, not to that stage. Yeah,
Maybe just from the teasing. Is that what you mean? Like you tease someone?
I tease a lot. That's wrong. So they might have taken as bullying, but yeah, I always think before. Sometimes I really wish I could take back those words, but right.
All right. Thank you so much, Ash and Monica, for your time today. And I would like to ask the Zesties, our listeners, what you think of the glory. And if you were Moon Dong-un, how will you execute your revenge? Please comment down on the episode notes or in the comment section down below. And I might feature your answer on a future episode. Thank you so much once again, Ash and Monica, for your time. And I'll see you, Zesties, on the next episode. Bye.
Bye.
I think you need to cut this part out. My brain is in the